Disney is dying.
The sequels are unnecessary.
This movie sucks. Disney has done it again.
The live-action remake is soulless.
Rubbish.
These are all the reviews we got last year. When the Lilo and Stitch live-action remake hit theaters, the reviews were mixed, to say the least. But as the internet argued about CGI and originality, something strange happened in the real world. In the February 2026 earnings call, Bob Iger dropped a bombshell. While critics were busy calling the film a disaster, the Stitch franchise had just generated $4 billion in retail sales for fiscal 2025. $4 billion. That's more than the entire box office of the last 3 Marvel movies combined. Today, we are going to stop looking at the screen and start looking at the shelf. Welcome to Filmonomics. Today, we explain why Disney doesn't care if you hate their movies, as long as you keep buying their toys. Let's look at the most famous riddle in Hollywood. Which of these is more valuable, The Dark Knight or Pixar's Cars? Critics will tell you The Dark Knight is a masterpiece, and theatrically, they both made around $1 billion. But if you look at the ledger of consumer products, Lightning McQueen leaves Batman in a cloud of dust. By 2011, just 5 years after the first movie, Cars had generated $10 billion in retail sales. To Disney, Cars 2 wasn't a bad movie. It was a 2-hour commercial for a $10 billion toy line. This is the first rule of the merchandise economy. The movie is not the product. The movie is the marketing. When you pay $15 for a ticket, you think you're the customer. You're not. You're paying Disney for the privilege of watching a commercial. If that commercial makes you buy a $40 Lego set or a $30 plushie, Disney has won. The box office is just the break-even point. The real profit is in the plastic. In retail, there is a concept called the loss leader. Grocery stores sell milk at a loss just to get you into the store, knowing you'll buy high markup items like cereal and candy. In 2026, Disney movies are the milk. Take Star Wars. George Lucas made the smartest deal in history in 1977 when he gave up his directing salary for the merchandising rights. The studio thought he was crazy. They thought toys were garbage revenue. Since then, Star Wars has made over $30 billion. 2/3 of that money didn't come from movie tickets. It came from toothpaste, bed sheets, and lightsabers. This is why reboots never die. You cannot sell merchandise for a dead brand. A new movie, even a bad one, acts as a global signal to Walmart, Target, and Amazon that the brand is active. It defends the shelf space. If Disney stops making Star Wars or Marvel movies, the shelf space goes to Pokemon or Transformers. The movie exists to keep the shelf warm. Here is the part most people miss. The shadow revenue is much more profitable than the movie itself. When Disney makes a movie, they pay for actors, CGI, and marketing. It's risky. But when Lego makes a Disney set, Disney pays for nothing. Lego pays for the plastic. Lego pays for the factory. Lego pays for the shipping. Disney simply sends them a PDF of the character design and collects a 10 to 20% royalty on every box sold. It is global passive income. In 2025, Disney's consumer products segment reported margins that would make a tech company jealous, while the entertainment segment, movies, saw profits drop by 35% due to high production costs. The experiences and products segment remained a cash cow, generating nearly 70% of the company's total operating profit. They use the movies to build the fame, and then they harvest the cash from the toys. We are now in the streaming era, and the math has changed again. Look at Encanto. In theaters, it was a modest success, not a blockbuster. But when it hit Disney Plus, It became a lifestyle. We Don't Talk About Bruno wasn't just a song, it was a 24/7 advertisement for Mirabelle dresses and casita playsets. This is why Disney is pivoting so hard into sequels like Zootopia 2, Frozen 3, and Toy Story 5. They aren't looking for originality, they are looking for reliability. They need characters that already have a section in the toy aisle. Critics ask, who asked for this? The answer is the shareholders. As long as parents keep buying the merch, the quality of the movie is secondary to the sellability of the characters. The next time you see a trailer for a movie that looks bad or unnecessary, don't get angry at the director. The director is just one employee in a $200 billion ecosystem. The shadow revenue of Hollywood is the real story. We are no longer in the business of cinema. We are in the business of character-based retail. If you want to know which actors were smart enough to negotiate a piece of this toy money and which ones lost out on billions, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to audit that subscribe button.